What if I told you that one of Hollywood's biggest icons, a man known for his humor, his charm, and his unforgettable characters, just opened up about something so raw and emotional that it completely changes how we see him? Johnny Depp revealed a confession that begins with 4 simple words: "I learned to laugh." But the truth behind that line is not simple at all. It's painful. It's honest. And it's something no fan was prepared for. You've probably been following all the noise and drama around Johnny lately. And if you have, you're definitely not the only one. Today, we're going to talk about the emotional message Johnny shared, a message that shows a different side of him, a side that deals with pain, hidden battles, and the strange way laughter became his shield. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this confession matters so much, what it reveals about the man behind the superstar, and how it connects to a new chapter in his life that is just beginning. Johnny Depp recently shared a personal truth that stopped fans in their tracks. He said, "I learned to laugh because it was better than showing how deeply I was hurting." At first, it might sound like a poetic line, but when you think about it, it hits hard. Imagine spending years being picked apart by the media. Imagine having your private life twisted into headlines. Imagine waking up every day knowing the world is judging you, even when they don't know the real story. And still, somehow, you show up smiling. You crack jokes. You pretend everything is fine. That's what Johnny says he had to do. People often assume celebrities have perfect lives. They think money and fame make everything easy. But Johnny's story reminds us that even the strongest-looking people use humor to hide their pain. He shared that laughter became his mask. His survival tool. His way of saying, "I'm fine," even when he wasn't. And honestly, don't we all do this sometimes? Haven't we all laughed at something just so we wouldn't cry? Haven't we all joked around when something was hurting us deep inside? That's why this confession feels so human. It's not about being famous, it's about being real. A lot of people believe that Johnny changed after the court battles. They think he became cold, distant, or too quiet. But his confession tells a completely different story. He wasn't becoming cold. He was protecting himself. He wasn't being distant. He was surviving. Sometimes fans forget that behind every headline is a real person dealing with real emotional weight. Johnny's message reminds us that pain doesn't just disappear after the world thinks the story is over. Healing takes time. And sometimes, it takes silence. And here's where things get even more interesting. People close to Johnny say this confession is part of a bigger emotional shift in his life. His friends describe him as more reflective now. More careful. More focused on what truly matters. He's working on new projects. He's reconnecting with people he trusts. He's rebuilding his life on his own terms. Some even say this is the softest and most vulnerable Johnny has ever been. And that vulnerability might play a big role in the next phase of his career. There are also rumors that Johnny will address this confession in an upcoming long-form interview. Some insiders say the interview is already recorded. Others say it's part of a larger reveal that will roll out soon. If that interview happens, fans might finally hear him speak openly about years of silent pain. And that could be one of the most emotional interviews of his career. And here's another thing that fans may not know. Experts who study celebrity trauma say humor is one of the most common coping mechanisms. It helps a person stay performative even when they feel broken inside. Friends close to Johnny say he often jokes about himself, not because he thinks it's funny, but because it's easier than explaining what he actually feels. This idea lines up with what he said. Laughter became a shield. A disguise. A way to keep the world from seeing how deep the wounds really were. Producers working with him also say he's bringing this emotional honesty into his new projects. They think we might be entering a new era of Johnny Depp, one that is more raw, more open, and incredibly powerful. And if that's true, the world might soon see a version of Johnny that goes deeper than anything he has shown before. Johnny's confession is heartbreaking, but it's also strangely inspiring. It shows that even in the middle of pain, people find ways to keep going. Sometimes they laugh. Sometimes they stay quiet. Sometimes they hide in plain sight. But they survive. And now I want to know what you think. Do you believe Johnny's emotional honesty will change how people see him? And have you ever used laughter to hide something deeper? Share your thoughts in the comments, I always read them. Before you head out, make sure to check out the next video where we talk about another surprising moment from Johnny's journey. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more celebrity deep dives, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching. And remember, sometimes the people who make us laugh the most are the ones carrying the heaviest stories.